House Democrats have released newly obtained email correspondence involving Jeffrey Epstein, and some of those messages directly reference President Donald Trump. The documents were made public by Democratic members of the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform as part of their ongoing investigation into Epstein's connections and the handling of his case by federal authorities. According to the committee, these emails come from a collection of more than 23,000 documents recently obtained from the Epstein estate in response to a congressional subpoena. The names of alleged victims and other personal details have been redacted. One of the most notable exchanges dates back to April 2011. In that message, Epstein wrote to his former companion Ghislaine Maxwell, referring to Donald Trump as, quote, "the dog that hasn't barked." Epstein reportedly mentioned that a woman had spent hours at his house with Trump, but had never publicly discussed it. Maxwell responded by saying she had been thinking about that. The email came just weeks after several British newspapers published a series of stories linking Epstein, Maxwell, and a number of influential individuals. Another set of emails released by the committee shows communication between Epstein and author Michael Wolff, known for his books on the Trump presidency. In December 2015, Wolff wrote to Epstein that CNN was planning to ask Trump about his relationship with Epstein during campaign coverage. Epstein responded by asking what kind of answer Trump should give. Wolff replied that Trump should be allowed to hang himself, suggesting that if Trump denied contact, Epstein could later use that denial to his advantage. A third exchange, dated January 2019, during Trump's presidency, appears to reference a past dispute over Epstein's access to Mar-a-Lago, Trump's Florida resort. In that message, Epstein wrote that Trump said he had asked me to resign and that he was never a member. Epstein then added that Trump knew about the girls, claiming that Trump had once asked Ghislaine Maxwell to stop something unspecified. The full context of these exchanges remains unclear, as the committee only released excerpts. ABC News and other outlets have reached out to author Michael Wolff for comment, but there has been no immediate response. The White House also did not respond to requests for comment. Earlier this year, President Trump dismissed the ongoing controversy surrounding the Epstein documents, calling it a scam and a hoax created by Democrats. He wrote that it was another attempt to damage his reputation and insisted that his administration had acted transparently. The publication of these emails coincides with a significant development in Congress. On the same day, House Speaker Mike Johnson was scheduled to swear in Representative-elect Adelita Grijalva of Arizona. Once sworn in, Grijalva is expected to provide the final signature on a discharge petition that would force a vote on a bill compelling the Department of Justice to release all of its investigative files on Epstein. According to Democratic Representative Robert Garcia, the ranking member of the Oversight Committee, the Department of Justice must release the full Epstein files to the public immediately. Garcia claimed that, quote, "the more Donald Trump tries to cover up the Epstein files, the more we uncover." He said the newly revealed correspondence raises serious questions about what else the White House might be withholding, and about the nature of Epstein's relationship with the president. The Justice Department, however, has so far released only a small fraction of the records requested by the committee. Earlier this year, the DOJ stated it found no evidence of a so-called client list, or credible proof that Epstein blackmailed high-profile individuals. It remains unclear whether the emails obtained from the Epstein estate are also part of the Justice Department's collection. After Epstein's 2019 arrest, Donald Trump publicly stated that he had not spoken to Epstein in 15 years. Trump said their relationship ended in the early 2000s after Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell allegedly tried to recruit employees from Mar-a-Lago. Jeffrey Epstein died in 2019 while awaiting trial on federal charges related to trafficking and exploitation. Ghislaine Maxwell, who has denied wrongdoing, is currently serving a 20-year prison sentence in Texas. The House Oversight Committee continues to push for full disclosure of Epstein-related files, arguing that transparency is essential for the American public to understand how the case was handled and who may have been involved. This story is still developing, and USArc News will continue to follow updates as more information becomes available from Congress and the Department of Justice.